And here we go. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while, yes.
Hello.
These past couple of months have been very slow with regards to our frequency. Hopefully, in September, it'll be a bit better and we'll be able to have more fun more frequently. We are missing a camera tonight, but no worries. We'll be mostly looking at the maps anyways today. As well, who's going to give me a recap of the previous sessions?
We traveled through the jungle on the river
Mm-hmm.
with our guides and the acolytes, so Eku and Salida and
Inete.
Inete.
Just so you know, that is preemptive, but I appreciate it. Did you select your token? Let's see. Let's see.
I did not. I was
You
just
did
having
not.
some.
You did not.
I was having some problems with rolls not showing up again,
Oh,
as
okay.
usual.
Some testing.
Well, anyways, that will actually be the first order of the day once we finish this. Just so you know, Inete has leveled up. She is currently a level 2, I believe. Um,
Oh, nice.
she's a level 2. Uh, did I upgrade her? She might be. So 13 hit points. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember exactly what I upgraded her, but I did upgrade her. I think she's a. Yes. No, she's a.
Second level medium humanoid spellcaster.
Yes, she's
Healer.
a spellcaster sidekick.
Yeah.
So there we go. Um, that way she can do a bit more than just be there. Um, and she had her first fight, couple of fights actually, as you've
True
headed
that.
down, and you are now about a day away from your first rendezvous point, your first objective, which was Camp Righteous. A Camp Righteous being held by, which is an avant-post of the Order of the Gauntlet, a
Oh, yeah.
sect of, let's call it a sect, because they an order
Love
of
stupid.
knights and do-gooders whose sworn duty is to fight against evil in all of its forms, and there are many in Chult. They've basically declared war to the fucking jungle and and it's everything.
Mhm.
Um, and the idea is that you would find some respite there for at least for a night before moving forward, or moving in a new direction. You were given instructions for one particular destination. Do you guys remember what?
Yes.
Yep. Go and try to find construct lost in the jungle.
There was that, yes.
The visions of Inete with the red-robed persons also.
Yes. So
Mhm.
that is in the Aldani Basin.
And
And
there is that question about, again, the same group attacking us again.
And we had the prophecy. Well, the a wise guardian near Mbala
yes,
in
to the east
Orlunga.
of to the west of Mbala.
Yeah.
So, um, as you wandered forward, your entrance within the jungle was greeted by four-armed gorillas, and then later on there was another fight, I believe, until as you are setting up camp along the shores of the river,
Zentaran
smiling.
mercenaries.
No,
Yeah.
no, yeah, we had the Zentar. Among them, you found that they were not necessarily looking for you, but you happen to have riches that they were interested. But they seem to be looking for a pair of individuals um, that might be somewhere in Chult, and they had sort of small wanted posters with sketches. Um, and as the nights go on, about a day away from Camp Righteous, you set up camp, and in the flickering of the firelight, Laryl spots something among the trees. What seemed to be at first a group of monkeys. But as
Oh yeah, right.
Laryl moves in closer to maybe play with them under the permission of his mistress, one of them does something, and Laryl all of a sudden is gone. As you move in to investigate, fortunately, most of you were not. Whoops. We're not sleeping yet. It is
No, we had
time.
just set food and we were
Yeah.
setting up camp. So
Actually, you will now, all of you, roll for initiative.
Woohoo!
Okay, so let me move everybody to where the action is. There we go.
Heinrich is quick tonight.
As always.
Yeah, well, Eku will not. I will put her in the initiative, but it's mostly. Yeah, well, there we go. Oh, right. This Inete is not the real Inete.
It's an imposter.
Oh, well, she hasn't been upgraded yet. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and I don't, and she still has that bloody aura. I forgot to take care of this. I will do so when I have the time. There we go. So, let's have a look at that initiative, shall we? Who am I missing? Eku. Oh, I'm actually missing Inete. Of course. Right. So, the dome has not been set up yet.
No, not yet.
Now these I will say that these do. Could you please, all of you, give me a yeah, give me a perception check. This is
Okay.
the kind to see how fast you can react with regards to see if I'm giving the Sioux monsters basically a surprise round or not. Yeah, Sorsha, I mean,
Makes sense.
it
I'm
makes
just
complete
instant
sense.
funneling.
You're the first one who sort of, yeah. I'm not. You know what? I might actually roll for
Nope.
Salida. I think I'm gonna have Inete fail.
Come on.
Okay.
Give me 2 minutes. I've got my landlord who's there.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so actually the only one to actually be surprised is Heinrich.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no. Did I do that correctly? Yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter. No, actually, sorry. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'll put Heinrich as surprised then. So actually, while you have so Heinrich is a bit taken aback as what's going on. As Sorsha, you sort of stand up, you sort of raise. Eku seems to have gone as finally noticed what these shapes are, and she raises. She sort of jumps to her feet from being crouched. Um, she has a look towards maybe is towards Inete and says, "Mm, behind me, girl. The rest of you kill those things. They are very dangerous." Um, so that's going to be her turn. Sorsha, you're up.
Oh, Sorsha went quick on her feet with maybe like a scream of pain, like
Mm-hmm.
psychic pain. And instantly she turns towards the creatures and casts a fairy fire on them.
Okay. So fairy fire. Um, let's
20
see.
There you go,
feet
my apologies.
area.
So it's 20, right? So it's 4x4.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So it's about this big. Would you be able to? Yes, you would be able to catch them, all three of them. Okay, so let's see. Um, actually, Laryl, I'm sorry, but you're out of there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Group. Here we go. It'd be what's the save? Dexterity.
Yes. 50.
Submit type roll.
They're probably dexterous, but that will be the
Yes.
first thing she would do in the
Okay.
semi-darkness.
Okay. And status, let's put them in yellow. Submit.
And like screaming, guys.
Right. So two of them save. Two of them do not. So the two that are marked in yellow are basically are affected by the fairy fire, which means that you have fairy fire is concentration, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. So they are basically marked as. So can you just read the spell for us so that we all know what it does?
So each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in a mauve hue
Mm-hmm.
for Sorsha. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light, fails dexterity saving throw. For the duration, object and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius, and any attack roll against an affected creature or
Okay.
object has advantage.
So they emit low light off for 10. I had
Yeah.
forgotten about that. Okay.
Yeah, light.
There we go. Okay. So as the so two of them, you can see that they seem to be they're hanging. Some of them are hanging upside down. Some of them by a hand in the tree. And as you throw the energy and they start to glow, you can see that two of them start to they all start trying to shake the motes of light off. Two of them managed to shake it off. The other two, for example, it stucks, and you can see these blotches of light start sort of spreading along their fur. It's going to be their turn. So I think that Sorsha, Heinrich, um, and Gale, could you please make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh boy.
So
But +3. No, Gale doesn't. No, wait, Gale does. Sorsha doesn't.
yeah, Sorsha does not. Sorsha does. No, Sorsha does. So Heinrich, Sorsha, and Gale. And the last one is going to jump. Yeah, this one is going to jump down and try. So actually, I'll see that once it's done.
Heinrich
So,
and Gale
Heinrich.
have a +3 on their saving throw.
So 12 for me, right?
Oh, right, because of
Because they're close enough to me.
So Heinrich is saved. But
Not me.
unfortunately, Sorsha, you're just out of luck. The DC was 11. So that's going to be 5d6.
Clutch.
5d6.
+3 on
Okay.
save.
So you take 21 points of damage. Psychic.
Okay. Bastards.
Um,
Okay.
Didn't you have a ring or something that gives resistance?
I don't. You have it. I don't remember.
No. I made another ring. I made
Everyone
3
got
rings
one.
specific. Everyone got one.
Yes,
got
and
your-
she gave it back to you.
Yes.
In a very touching moment, you are currently wearing Sorsha's ring, the one that you prepared for her.
That I have around my neck.
Oh, maybe, but you are definitely
Damn it.
attuned to that ring.
Ah,
And you are stunned for a minute. So I would like
A
to.
minute. Oh
Yes.
my.
oof.
Okay.
Could you please make me a Constitution saving throw with regards to the spell? That is exactly what you need.
Perfect.
It's a good thing they didn't do one more damage, or else. Let's put in. Let's put in this one right here. There we go. You get, of course, you get a saving throw at the end of each of your turn.
Okay.
However,
but I don't think I get my concentration.
sorry, if you're
Can I?
you're stunned. What does the stun condition say? You can place the stun condition on your character sheet and read it.
Don't know where to look.
Active
on-
conditions in the top right.
Yeah.
Just on your hit points.
Okay. So stand is incapacitated, can't move, can't speak. The
But
creature
you're not
automatically
unconscious, which
fails.
means the concentration remains.
Okay.
But you
So
are
yeah.
stunned. Okay, and I think this one, the last one here, is going to jump down and try to attack Heinrich.
Bring it
So
on, monkey.
it has 2 attacks. So one with its bite, which is a 12.
Miss.
Okay, and okay. It is only attacking, so it is not hanging it's not hanging in the trees by its tail, and so it will attack with its fists. And that's another 12.
Miss.
Yep, it does. Okay. And by the way, these 3 have extended. I'm gonna put that in pink. As they have, their whale has. It's a yeah, they have used their psychic crush for this turn.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
The psychic damage. If we saved, we didn't take half damage. Nothing.
Let me just recheck, but I believe that is.
Well, psychic damage is
Nope.
brutal.
It is if you manage to save, you take nothing.
Okay.
Damn.
There we go. Gale, you are up.
I'm gonna step in front of Sorsha. Well, maybe not exactly in front of her, but at least.
So just so you know, these things are about they're up in the tree, so they're about 10 feet
Yeah.
from the ground.
I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind
Okay.
in a 10-foot 10 foot on 60 feet, so 10 foot wide, 60 feet long, and in a way that I can get those three that I
Okay.
see here.
So okay, you're trying to blow them off out from the trees, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute, where is it? There.
Oh. Why did nobody tell me that Salida was not in the order?
Oh, my bad.
She would. Well, she'll act right behind you.
Mm-hmm. So a DC 16 strength saving throw, or they blown away.
Okay. Group check strength. Normal roll, and the DC. The DC is 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a 1-minute spell concentration. So if they want to come back, they're going to have to spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves
Right.
towards.
I'm basically if they're gonna be falling, that's so I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
Right. So they pulled back. What's it? 10 feet? Is that
15 feet.
15 feet? So yes, 15. So this one is pushed away. This one is pushed away as well. This one managed to. You can see it's grabbing onto the onto the tree with its hands and its tail, and is holding there, screeching at you.
Okay.
Cool. I am going to have. You know what? I'm going to make them a quick little dexterity saving throw. Dexterity, so normal. I'll put them at disadvantage. The DC, let's put it DC 12. And the damage, let's see. I said they were falling from 15 feet, correct? About 10 feet up.
Yeah.
They were 10 feet up. Okay, 5. Submit and none. Okay, so one of them, the one below right here, maybe you can see it through the trees. You can see it half sort of crash into, and there's a yelp of pain, as the other one manages to catch itself before falling.
Okay.
It's going to be Salida's turn, and let's see if Salida. Yeah, she's going to. I think she's going to fire at the one right here, which is on the ground. So Salida, short bow. And 11 is not enough. So she pulls out her arrows, draws the bow, fires, but Heinrich is maybe in the way, and the arrow flies into the bush right next to her. Sorsha, you're up. You can make that same roll, so that so wisdom saving
Constitution?
throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah. Okay,
Much
you are no
better.
longer stunned.
All right. So I think she'll be like, beware they'll attack your mind, and I'll do 2 things this turn.
Okay,
3 things.
Is it your turn?
it is her turn.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And Vroon-
It was a Oh, did I skip?
You
your-
skipped Vroon and Inette and Heinrich and
Oh, why is she here twice? Sorsha, why are you here twice?
You
I
made
don't see her twice. I only see her once.
No, because she's at 21 and she was 21 and 11. I don't know why.
I don't see her at 11.
no.
Weird.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Nope.
there we go.
Only on
But
your
later
side.
on.
Well, I just made yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter. So it's
Vroon.
actually not Sorsha's turn, but we will keep that save. On your and so Vroon, you're up.
I am going to walk over to the one that's trying to bite Heinrich,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to kick its butt.
Go ahead.
Hit him in the
I
face.
take my hammer and smash it in the face.
Yay, lockpick.
Or I don't.
No, no.
I try
Unfortunately,
again.
you might want to maybe move around so that you get advantage.
Do I have wait? So that's 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we have enough movement to get there.
Well, you would be here basically, but if you wanted
Right there.
advantage.
Yeah.
There you go.
And let's try again. Come on. Come on.
A 15 is a hit. Go ahead.
12
That is
damage.
12 damage.
And
Oh, you're putting in a
a-
smite?
yes, because I want to protect Heinrich.
Mine.
So these are monstrosities, so they are not. That's another
Another
12. Jeez.
24 points of damage.
Jesus. So as you bring down the hammer, there's that flash of energy as you channel that the divine violence into your weapon, and it screeches in an angry and painful yelp. It is not doing well at all. That's your turn.
Let's see. Bonus actions. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So Inette is, I think, going to try and do the same thing as you. So she is going to throw in a Sacred Flame. Oh, interesting. I did not set that up correctly. Oh, spell 12. Okay. So. Zoo monster, it's a dexterity saving throw. And that is in an 11, it dies. As you hit it, you can see it starts to maybe sort of limp and limp away, but Inette just points at it, and a golden spark of radiant damage sort of ignites the creature. Heinrich, it is now your turn.
Right. 5, 10, 15,
So this one is 10 feet up.
10 feet up. Okay.
Oh, my gust of wind is still going in
Yes,
that
so
direction.
at that
though.
point, Heinrich, yes, you would have seen that in front of Gale there is this massive corridor of wind just going right through. So if you do that, I'm going to have you make a strength check and see if you're just propelled with the other monkeys.
Why the fuck not?
So maybe don't go up close and personal. I mean, you have the means of blasting them out of the trees from a distance.
The Gale, what is the what's the corridor? It's 10 feet wide.
10 feet wide. So Vroon isn't in there.
Yeah, so 10 feet wide and how long?
60 feet long.
60 feet. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so that's the corridor right there.
Ah, good to know.
And it'd be like this. And it'd be like this. Basically.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Haha. 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 You know what? I'm in a playing mood today. Let's do a strength saving throw.
Okay, do a strength saving throw as you step into this gust of wind.
You have a +3.
Yes.
Plus I have chronal shift. I can do this.
You hear Gale curse at you a bit.
He's going Superman.
You can curse as much as you want.
Valor's boots, man! You're supposed to be a mage, a wizard. Hit them from a distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He'll do a magic trick. He'll
Heinrich.
fly
So
away.
Gale, what is your DC?
16.
Okay,
Chronal
Heinrich.
shift.
I believe
Chronal shift.
because I believe that 12 is a fail.
It's a 15, but it's still a fail.
Come on.
20.
23.
There it is. So something as you step into the gust of wind, there's maybe a flicker. Heinrich just a second flickers. You can see that there's a Heinrich that is propelled upwards because Gale, you were aiming this upwards if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You see Heinrich start to maybe sort of lose his grip on the floor, on the ground, and then there's a flicker, and you see him sort of catching a branch. So Heinrich, okay, you're up.
Okay, so just to be sure, wait, that's 10, 20. Can I hit this one and this one if I shoot a pulse wave?
So
It's 30 feet, but
yeah, but this
m-
one, the Sioux monster just in front of you is 10 feet off the ground, and the other Sioux monster here, let's see. Um, well, here's the thing: as it's in heavy cover
yeah.
because it's basically behind. So normally you would have disadvantage, but however, it is illuminated by bardic light, so advantage disadvantage. So it's a straight shot. But the one above you, you would not be able to get them both because they are not at the same elevation.
Okay, then I'm gonna focus my shots the one in front of me with a scorching ray
Okay.
at level 3 because I am not happy at all.
Okay. So that's okay. So that's a hit. That's 9.
On that little monkey here.
Yeah.
Second shot because I have
A
4 grace.
Yeah. 17 is good. Is a hit. Minus 8. Yep.
Third shot.
Okay. 26. That's a hit. 5. Yeah. And the fourth, which is also a hit. And that's exactly what you need for it to bring it down. As the smell of roasted monkey fills the air, and it just drops to the floor. It will be. Is that that's your full turn, Heinrich?
Yep, and
Are
I
you
prepare to fight. And that's it.
okay? Are you staying in the corridor of wind?
Very good question.
I should stop saying these things.
Yes, I think so.
It would have been funny to see me like, ah!
Though I guess it's fair that normally you would notice when you're in a corridor of wind.
Yeah, you kind of would. Yeah. Um.
Well, he was hot anyway.
Okay. Echo
Small
is going to
fruit.
come up to you, Sorsha, and she's going to cast Cure Wounds. let's put level 2. So you get 12 hit points back.
Appreciate it.
The thing is, and so she coats her. You were still, so technically you are currently still stunned, but you just witness as you sort of fall into fall in a bit on your butt with the psychic, with this humongous migraine. She places her hands upon your head, and you can feel it's the warmth sort of, it's like immediate aspirin as this migraine shifts away, as she's holding your head within her hands, and says, "There, there, little one. Nothing that cannot pass." Sorsha. So actually, let me just check, but I
Is this
believe
when it's done?
it's and so at the end of your turn, that's when you make the saving throw, and therefore that is so at the end of your turn, you regain and so I'll remove this. So it's going to be the Musu monster's turn. Let's see. I'm going to roll 2d6.
And now
Um,
my turn is gone.
Yes, your turn is gone. Yes.
No.
Hmm?
Normally, it's at the end of the turn. You need to roll your saving throw
Yeah.
for the stun, and then your turn is
Ah.
actually done.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 2. Okay.
No, it's just that for
It
some
could have
reason
been
you
10.
had 2 turns. That other turn was completely illegal. I apologize. It was one or the other, but and this one does not get it. They're basically going to flee. In the wind, with the wind, with the loss of 2 other members, they are going to run. One of them is, so this one's going to basically get up from its butt and run into the forest. This one, however, is going to turn around and, Gale, could you make me another wisdom saving throw, please? Okay, so that's a 10. So that's not enough, and you are just outside. Chronal shift?
Wait. Chronal shift. I'm gonna help. Our dear Gale.
Okay.
You can re-roll that again, please.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Much
There you go.
And it's going to follow the other way around, and so basically run away.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Heinrich.
because that would have been, let's see, just for science.
Science.
That would have been 20 points of damage.
Oh, wait, but did you still have a reaction to cast that, though?
Heinrich?
Normally, yes.
Because didn't you use it to save yourself already?
Then I will use my inspiration for her. So
Okay,
there
yes.
you go. What's the problem? I solved it. There
So
you
yeah,
go.
it's a 16 instead of a 24, but it does the
Exactly.
job.
It does the job.
I was suddenly going like, hold on. I mean,
No,
that's
you are
really
you
cool,
are
but
yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But that's why we have inspiration, guys.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
There is a whole debate as to when do you get your reaction back? Is it the beginning or the end of the turn? Because using your reaction during your own turn is always trippy.
Yeah, it's
So and yes, your chronal shift is a reaction, Heinrich.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So indeed, you would have not been able to use your reaction in this case. We are. I'm a bit slow tonight. I should have picked up on that. Jeez.
it's
But
a hard one. It's a hard one to remember.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Totally. I agree that it's a hard one to remember.
Well,
I have had it very often where it's like, and then I do a attack of opportunity, and then I use my reaction to cast hellish rebuke, and like, hold on.
that's exactly. You're not a court. You're not a Cobalt Soul monk. You can't buy reactions. Matt Mercer. Anyhow, yes, the Gale, you can basically turn off the
Yeah.
as soon enough
However,
the gale calms down.
you find it funny.
I actually I do, but I mean that's why you chose that name.
Yep.
As the gale dies down and the forest noise, the jungle noises come back um, to normal, you find yourselves a bit panting. Why is Heinrich upside down? I'm not exactly sure why.
He's watching. He's watching the people in front of him because he's very worried. You see,
Okay.
you can look like there or there, so at least I can show with whom I'm talking at the same time.
Ah, that is true.
Upside down.
Or I can do
Burning.
this, or I can
He's
do.
right side up for the monkeys though.
Whee!
He's
Well.
That also.
Yeah. So Salida is one of the first ones. Says, "Oh, good. Well," and she basically steps up to the first one on the floor at your feet, Vroon, and says, not much left to eat with this. I appreciate, but I think the meat is spoiled." And she goes to the other one as well. Eku sort of looks at Salida and saying, "You are not expecting to feed us that, are you?" Give them to the river. And Salida looks to the rest of you are going, "Come on, free food, come on, something." Is looking for somebody to
Do they taste bad? We have spices.
Oh, I'm not eating that.
Inete is shaking her head and going, "I am not eating that." Gale, Heinrich.
Gil has probably eaten weirder food, so she doesn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
But I know someone who would probably eat that.
I I look for a ration in my bag, or I ask for a ration and I just start to eat. Because I'm a privileged white wizard boy from Waterdeep, and I'm not gonna touch that icky thing, except burning it alive.
And
Um,
conjuring back Laurel.
okay, so that's going to be Laurel is going to be so it's 10 gold pieces to re-invoke him. So remove that. So you'll be able to again
Yeah.
start that little ritual to summon it back. As Salida and maybe Vroon, you help her basically throw the two monsters back into the river. And I'll remove this right here. Okay. Is there anything? And you are now free to sort of continue the activities of the evening, whether as it you had prepared a meal already, so you had already eaten, or you were during your meal. I think they disturbed your meal.
Yeah, I
Or
believe
yeah,
so.
or at least a preparation of it. But yeah, right.
You were talking about lawful stupid people, Gale, if I remember well.
Oh yeah, them. Right.
That's the first ones we're encountering, right?
No, not. Well, we didn't have a lot to talk with them because they were cadavers at that point, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, we met a couple of them down in the sewers of Waterdeep.
So lawful stupid. Okay, I understand better now.
There you go.
Sorsha, are you okay, by the way?
Oh god. I almost pity those that attack now. Almost. They
Eku,
deserve it.
Eku sort of speaks up and says, "Damaging of the mind is not anything to be taken lightly, nor to be given lightly either.
I,
The jungle has many lessons, yet little one. Maybe this one is, well, to take to heart. Hmm? Unfortunately, the pain
Are
will
you
go away."
saying I'm attacking anyone lightly? Because it looks like you're suggesting it.
I am saying that the lesson is here. Whether that you need it, or whether you listen to it, is up to you. But you said yourself that you did not envy your victims or opponents.
Oh no, sure. I don't take any pleasure in inflicting that to them. I'm just protecting my people and myself.
Good. Good. Well, they will not be back. They are a curious, vicious, but cowardly lot. With the two of their brethren given back to the river, they will not cross our paths again. Good for them.
Good.
Yeah, real best.
Well, and as Salida sort of returns, um, unless you wish to have a camp scene tonight.
I wanted to ask them if they have you already been to Camp Righteous?
Ah, yes. True. There was something that I forgot to mention, and so I will mention this. Salida shakes her head and said, "No, I have not been this way." However, Eku starts talking. It says, "Yes, I have been there. On occasion, I have brought down members of the Order of the Gauntlet to their camp. But be prepared. There have been rumors that the camp might not be, well, that they might have moved downriver."
Well, if they have moved downriver, well, we'll just go on our travels.
Well, you will recognize the camp from afar. It lies in the shadow of a large shrine. When you see a crocodile's head emerging from the treetops, then you will know our destination.
talking about crocodile's head is to watch. What's the name of the shrine exactly?
Mm,
Or at least we polish our my culture a bit up, of course.
let me see. Uh, um, Eku sort of has sort of a smart laugh, and she says, it is the house of the man and crocodile. There is a
Ah,
there is a story among the Chaltians of the jungle about this. As it goes, if you wish to hear it, I will speak." And she looks about, and you recognize that Sorsha. You recognize this immediately as this is the the opening words of a storyteller. The same
Yeah,
way you come up, yeah,
traditional.
it's a traditional. It says, "If you would let me speak, I will tell the tale." You know, it's that kind of opening. As she sits down, she turns towards you, and she waits for acknowledgement to continue.
Oh, I sit down.
Okay, all of you, you sit down.
Yeah.
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 Okay, and so she begins. In the early days of the world, man stood by the banks of a river, frightened. Crocodile raised his head from the water and asked, "What troubles you, cousin man?" Man said, "I must cross this river, but I fear to enter the water alone, because it teems with your brethren." Crocodile replied, "It is true, you would not be safe, but I will carry you across the river safely on my back, if you promise to return the favor." Man agreed, and Crocodile bore him safely across the water. When they reached the far bank, Man asked, "How can I repay you?" Crocodile replied, "I wish to see the realm of humans, but I fear to go there alone, because it teems with your brethren. You must carry me on your back across your realm." Man had been tricked, but a promise is a promise. So he carried Crocodile safely on his back across the entire realm of humans, a journey that lasted many years. He also swore, in his anger, that never again would men and crocodiles be friends, and so it has remained to this day. As others have spoken this tale to me, today I speak it to you. That part was not part of the story.
Sorry.
Yes, so reactions?
Wow. They have too many tears. Like,
Salida is on sort of has a quick laugh at your comment. She's been nonchalantly sort of laying back, maybe sort of finishing her meal, or sort of cutting some sweetmeats from um, as she's listening. Inete has been a bit like Heinrich, has been sort of listening closely, um, in that scholarly fashion. Um, Gale, Sorsha, how are you seeing this? And Vroon, how are you sort of interpreting the story? What's your reaction?
Just nodding.
I mean,
yeah,
actually,
so
Vroon, would you know this story?
Um. Hmm.
You can roll for it if you wish.
Yeah. Let's give it a roll. Like, it's not like super likely, but
No. Yeah, I
uh,
think that no, you wouldn't have
no.
heard the story. Um, but the same way you've never gone down to Camp Righteous.
No.
No. So yeah, there wouldn't have been reason for you. This seems to be, but the fact that you don't know it means that this is definitely a story that has maybe escaped the minds of the people who dwell in Port Nyanzaru,
Hmm.
as this is most likely a very local legend to the continent around this particular shrine.
Hmm.
Hmm.
so if they're not friends, why do they abhor crocodile head on their barracks?
Oh, you will see. The sculpture represents the man bearing the crocodile on his back.
All right. So I guess they're not very trustful people.
Oh, I think I think I understand your meaning. I do, but we do not build shrines to honor necessarily.
No more out of
This
fear.
this house was made as a lesson, as a reminder of the story.
Okay, why not? That makes beautiful statues, I believe.
Mm. There are many statues, ruins across the jungle to be found, rediscovered, and lost again.
Yeah. And you know what? I think I prefer those kind of statues in the place of those with great heroes, with great ego and everything.
Oh, the
There's
jungle is
merit to
teeming.
both.
The jungle is teeming with those as well. Man has always been a creature of vanity.
Starts to mumble very silently. It's not true,
Eku,
my
Eku turns to Heinrich and says, "Oh no no, do not take that as a statement for you, Heinrich.
Too late.
We Man has always seen hope in heroes, and sometimes the the pedestal upon which that hero is put becomes greater than the man ever was. The man is forgotten before the legend."
nods silently.
And legends exist for a good reason,
Legends are lessons.
and they inspire.
Don't worry, Heinrich. I'm sure they will make statues of you yet.
That's not the point, but thanks, I guess. With a look of yeah, thanks anyway.
Salida, still sort of reclining on the ground, sort of says, "Ah, yeah, statues of you, Heinrich. That would make quite the handsome sight. But what do you think the lesson would be behind your legend?"
That chronomancy will be the best magic ever, and learn from your mistakes.
Sorsha is like eye rolling.
Mm,
But the true lesson we will see after this adventure. Maybe I will find a lesson to share with my family and students from the academy.
mm. Just, Salida sort of nods and says, "Well, then let's make sure that you get out of this jungle so that your statue does not fall between two trees." Hmm?
Good idea.
Mm.
If we're going to sleep, and after I put the dome
Okay.
out of curiosity, while everyone is sleeping, I'm gonna open my eyes a moment because there's a thing I'm thinking with Echo that I have in my mind. I'm gonna do a ritual casting of detect magic, and I'm gonna go as close as possible where the zone of Echo and Selida is, and I'm just gonna watch because with
Okay.
Sorsha and everyone, I get my vibes. So I just want to check.
Okay. Sure. So when are you doing this during the shifts? Are you doing this when they're asleep? Or are you doing
I'm
this
gonna
pretty much in the open?
I'm gonna tell against everyone that they can go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna pop off my first potion of caffeine, of sleep,
Okay.
and I'll explain to everyone that it will of watchful rest that will give so I will have a long rest anyways,
Mm-hmm.
but that for once everyone can take a good night's rest, and I'll even summon Nugget
I mean,
and
Okay.
Gil will probably object that it's our third night in the jungle. Everyone is still quite a bit rested. It's not worth it to expend it now.
oh,
Uh,
as you wish, but I'll stay. I'll take first guard or last guard. It's how you guys want, but
Okay.
Uh,
For, for,
with my
before we go to
round,
sleep anyway, Rune is first going to take Inete aside for a moment.
Okay. So
And
Heinrich, we're okay
Vroon.
to no. So are you okay to postpone your scene so that we get that in
sure, no
chronological
problem.
order? Okay.
Of course.
Right. I just want to make sure that we don't remind me that I don't forget you. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So yes. So Vroon, you're taking Inete to the side,
Mhm.
to one side. Okay. Let's put you up here. Okay.
The
This
guides seem,
you wanted to talk.
yes, the guides seem to, well, especially one of them seems to want you to stay out of trouble as much as possible.
Well, that is why we pay them.
Yes, but you seem to have some useful skills in combat as well.
I did mention that I could hold my own. I would not be walking into the jungle as if I would not be able to defend myself in some capacity. I'm not that stupid.
Yes, so that is good, but you are, well, you're fragile still.
There's that look of her as she basically she looks up, from, she looks sort of eye level, which is about maybe what at your
Mhm.
belly, and then moves up towards to as she sort of scans you up and down and says, well, I would imagine that next to a Luxodon, anyone looks fragile.
Yes. Well, and then he grabs a ring from his pouch. It's a little platinum ring. Wear this just in case.
As she looks to it, she has maybe sort of a little scoff and say, are you proposing to me?
What? No.
Do we hear that?
Um, I will allow.
Funny. It's funny. Yeah.
When are you doing that? When are you doing this while everybody's still awake, before everybody sort of goes to sleep? Before the shifts?
No, no. When like just before going to sleep. Like,
Okay, yeah. So Heinrich, Gale, so anyone who wants to roll a
I,
perception to do so can.
I want to roll for this.
I
yeah.
will put you at disadvantage because you are not necessarily looking in the.
Oh man!
Okay.
Yes!
Roll check on Inherit.
Yes!
And okay, Gale. Um, so I think, um, yeah, Heinrich, you're probably you're busy with you're maybe contemplating. You're probably having a very look. You sort of, your gaze is sort of maybe fixated on Salida and Eku as you're rummaging in your mind
Mhm.
the what you're about to do later. But Gale, Sorsha, well, Gale, you've definitely seen the two sort of move away. But Sorsha, yeah, I think that you would have seen, started as he took it out of the pouch, you probably saw the glint of that platinum band that he's handing to Inete. You're a bit too far off to hear what's going on, but you've maybe. I would have said that you. Oh, and you have dark vision as well, right? So. Yes. Okay. You would definitely see the sort of the glint of the object being passed.
So
And
do I recognize his ring?
you would recognize you would recognize a ring, sort of a platinum band. It's
Okay.
just the glint
A
of
ring.
jewelry. Yes. And so again she says, "Are you proposing to me?"
No. Like, there's honest confusion. There's Vroon is like, oh, a human thing, I guess. No.
Yes, a human thing. Usually when a male, and I believe that you are, well, when a partner wishes to prove their love and admiration for another partner, and a ring is usually the first thing that is offered.
No. It's a
Well,
conduit.
good. I have my sights on someone back in Port Nyanzaru, and they do not have, well, your shape. So, why should I be wearing this ring then?
I can help protect you better.
Is this magic?
No. But it will be, or can be.
You do not seem sure about yourself.
And then he holds his hand up, and I've got one.
Ah, well.
With, of course, only 4 fingers, I think.
and the fact that the ring is the band is incredibly,
Yeah.
it would be a bracelet for others. It says, well, if it will put you at ease that I wear this, then I will. How soon should I feel the effects?
When I activate them.
Oh, I see. Well, and as she sort of slips on the band onto her finger, and it says, well, I guess all males are alike. And she sort of taps you on the shoulder and sort of moves back towards the firelight. As she sort of moves back and says, "Is that all then?"
Especially important for when we reach whatever destination your premonitions bring us to. In my experience, premonitions like that tend to come with violence.
She has, if there was any playfulness that was about her face, about the sort of this interaction, is gone in a second, as all of a sudden she's reminded of the. Make me an insight check.
Not
Okay.
with advantage, because
Oh, right, because you
I-
get the.
is
Well,
she's
no,
not
this is
lying.
not. This is not lying. This is really
No,
reading her
exactly. So it's not with
emotions,
advantage.
but a 16 is more than enough. You notice that she has a definite. There's a shudder about her when you mention the visions and violence, and she says, "I would expect violence. The jungle is violence. This, my visions are about more than just violence. But I have, as much as I have seen them again, ever since I set foot outside of the walls of Port Nyanzaru, I cannot make heads or tails of them. All I see are cloaked figures, red shadows, the dead rising, screams of unseen sources."
All of those things are all the more reason for you to wear that ring when we get there. For about an hour at least, I can protect you with some magic.
As she raises her hand, sort of showing the band set, and she says, "I will wear it. I apologize for the scene. Reminded me of, well,
Yes, no, I understand. Human customs are strange.
well, if you find them strange, then I'd be curious to know about yours.
Well, if we travel long enough together, I will tell you.
She nods. Says, shall we go to the others before they start
Yes,
before they start thinking the same way I just did?
very well.
And so you do move back to the fireplace to the camp.
Yep.
Is there anyone else? Um, or
Except
shall we move?
Heinrich.
Or shall we move to Heinrich?
Just a quick note.
Okay.
Um, you guys would not. I think you guys would notice this because you see her behavior for quite a bit, and you see sometimes that she's like touching one of her finger, like she's making something roll, but you actually never saw a ring on her fingers. But from time to time, she has that kind of reaction, and it's usually when she's stressed out or very reflective, and it happens a lot, like since we're in the jungle.
If I see that, I will, with hiding it as much as possible, I'm gonna send nuggets to Sorsha as you know, like an emotional support animal. And
Um,
I'm just gonna send nugget, and I'm gonna say like like keep her busy, buddy. I think she needs some fluff for tonight, and I'm gonna
Okay.
send.
Well,
Okay. I want you to. What could I roll here? Roll me a straight charisma, just straight charisma check.
Who?
Heinrich.
Uh, come on. Can I use can I use my last
No,
chrono
because
shift?
this is not about this is about sort of setting the
Ah,
mood. This is one of the branches. I just need to. I just it's this is to give me an idea what's going on.
okay.
You send Nugget, but as Nugget sort of waddles and jumps towards Sorsha, Laryl comes swooping in to sort of said no, sort of just to stop the familiar, and there's definitely a standoff between the two, as they and Sorsha, you can see this. Laryl is not subtle in their. There we go.
Yeah.
because you said
She,
the name.
she had warned.
Yeah, no, I know, but
Who,
it's always when we call upon her. There she is. There she's back.
all right. Who said 912?
And
Nobody.
I'm not sure. Let's look at the pool. Who said the closest? What time did you say that she was gonna? When did I think you had said it's around 8:30, right? Um.
Hmm.
Okay. No, the
what is going on? I've lost
we,
connection for a bit.
yeah,
we
exactly.
placed
That
bets.
was the joke. That was the joke.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Don't worry about it. We were placing bets as to when you would but anyways, doesn't matter. Um, let's see. Um, so yeah, as I mentioned, Laryl is definitely not being subtle about it and sort of is serving as um, a blockade between you and Nugget that seems to be approaching. Sorsha, as you wanted to do something.
Um, she would probably realize it because, well, she's linked to Daryl, and like shush it away, like, be good.
Okay.
I told you not to play rough with Nugget.
There's definitely a sense of sort of grumbling, and you probably hear that for the first time. The grumbling coming out of the mouth of this creature is probably actual grumbling. It just not just the general no cacophony of usual noises. It is
And
this
I'm probably just like, come here.
The grumbling becomes a bit more enthusiastic. And so you end up with both one on your lap, the other one sort of hovering above it, with these two familiars that seem to be sort of gazing at each other in this sort of cold war. It looks like one of those boxing match posters, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Well, except when everyone is going to sleep.
Okay.
If the two others are going to sleep, I'm gonna cast very, very quietly detect magic.
Okay. So can you cast detect magic so we can see it in the chat?
Yes, it is.
Because I want to be able to give you the right information.
Come on.
Okay.
There you go.
Right. Okay. As so, where would the rest of you be at this point? Because Heinrich, if you're in the dome, you can't leave the dome without the dome collapsing, correct?
Right. I think I'm going to do it a bit of outside to.
Okay. You
to
know what?
hide
Make me a stealth check.
Good idea. Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Okay. Okay.
If you want to be on camera, you can just ask.
Hello, kitty.
Kitty.
Are you done?
A kitty cameo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kitty paws.
Adorable.
Okay. Right. So as you're setting up the dome and you're basically hiding the ritual of the detect magic within the ritual
Mm-hmm.
of the dome. It takes a bit longer, of course. The dome is sort of set up, but and the others are again. They're setting their camp. They're moving away. Um, so you detect magic within 30 feet.
Yep.
You definitely detect magic on your companions, as you know that they are
Mm-hmm.
amazingly stuffed with magical items. On Eku, you do not sense any magic.
Okay.
I will say, and this is thank you, Jeremy Crawford. Again, magical. You could not detect magic on an undead unless it was an object or a spell cast upon it.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
saying.
normal.
I'm the same way that you would not detect Sorsha for who she is because
Mm-hmm.
the magic. There.
Yeah.
Um, Upon Selida, however, you do detect a magical. There is a magical aura, but not on her. There is something in her bag, an object that is of magical. There is she does have a magical device with her. Eku does not.
I'll stand my guard.
And I will say Inete does have, as she has a, yeah, she has a. Would a focus be a magical object? No, I don't think
Yep.
so. Yeah, it's a magical
It
object
would, I guess
if it's a
so. It
holy
would be
symbol.
logical for the
But
whole
she's
for the
wearing a
holy
holy
caster.
symbol. You've seen it. I think
Yeah.
that it probably emits a slight sort of after magic radiation, so probably that you know that
Mm-hmm.
it's been used as a focus, but it's not a magical object on it
Yeah.
as itself. Right there you go. So yeah, Salida. So Salida and Nor Eku are magical in their nature, um, and Salida is bearing an object.
Hmm. Is someone awake at that moment while they're standing guard?
Well, if this is before anyone's gone to bed, so if
Okay.
you're doing this while you're setting up the dome,
I'm gonna stand first guard, but I'm keeping like I'm only focused on Selida, but really with a big frown. Like this is weird.
I mean, okay,
And I will use Nugget also finally as a lookout on the dome.
okay. Um, okay. So Salida and Eku will share the tent. Sorsha, Rune, Gale, Inete, and you have your two companions that will sort of wander around for the rest of the evening. The rest of the night, as you go through their shifts, is calm. There is nothing that is. At no point are there anything else but the noises of the jungle and the streaming of the water. And unless there is something that you wish to do during the night, we will move forward to the next day. Are we good?
Next day it is.
Next
Yeah.
day it is. Okay.
So we get inspiration back now, right?
Yes, you do.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Eat a
You-
long rest.
Yes, and you get a long rest.
And long
Yes.
rests.
Those chrono shifts coming back. That feels so good.
And my hit points too.
Yes.
So,
Ooh, map again.
On the map, on the map, on the map, on the map, on the
Still
map.
didn't uncover any of these exits.
well, no,
Yes.
you are still running very much on known paths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just wait a bit for all of this to sort of awaken. There we go.
So we could decide to go over there.
So you have one more. Um, let's see. You have one hex to go before you get to Camp Righteous. And so first of all,
Yes.
let's start with our very handy. Um, so let's see
Crows.
what the weather is like today. The weather is dry and sunny. And let's see about the travel roll. You are going at a normal pace, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Whose survival are we using? That is
Mine
yours, and what is your
+8.
+8?
Can
Uh,
you guide?
Yes, she can use bless or
Oh.
guidance. Um,
Guidance.
so roll a d4. Just a
Why
d4.
did it? Yeah, I know.
Okay, 3. And we are still in the jungle. Okay. Um, Okay. Right. So as you, let's see, as you move forward, 1 and 2. As you've gone through the jungle, as you're going through the jungle and following the path, the at some point, um, wait. Oh no no
So
no no no! Wait wait
Temperatures
wait
was
wait wait wait
empty.
wait 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 wait. No, you have of course you've got help, so you've got advantage. So no, you do get to Camp Righteous. um, here you go. You get to Camp Righteous. It's just that well, let's just say that you rolled a natural 1 and an 18, but
Oh,
considering
yeah.
that you have a guide, you have advantage. Therefore, you were it was the 20, or else you would have basically ended up here.
Or? Oh, okay, yeah.
You would have gone straight west, straight east.
Hmm.
So it's about midday.
Makes very little sense, actually. Like, you're on a
Yeah,
river,
I
you can only go
know,
one way.
I know, I know, I know, I know.
In the rest of the jungle, yes. On a river, it's like.
Okay.
Getting hard to move this barge.
So it's about midday when, as the heat is starting to really bear down, the you can start seeing that the tree cover sort of starts clearing away, and on the banks, just as you're turning around one of the river bends, you can see above the um, you can see above the canopy of the trees a a figure. Let me just see if I have a handout for you. Um, let's see, Land of Chult, player handouts. No? Okay.
The
Let's see.
portrait.
New people, hooray!
No, I do. Here we
Meetings
go.
in the jungle.
You start,
Mhm.
you come up to this.
Ooh,
So let me
Oh,
just,
nice. I like it.
let me just
yeah,
put
that's
you
beautiful.
onto the map then.
Oh man.
And let me describe to you Camp Righteous.
Awesome.
There's a big thing there,
I'll be right there.
over there.
Just a second. You come upon an abandoned riverside camp strewn with wreckage. The tents are moldy, tattered, and the permanent structures seem to appear to have been burned to the ground. 2 intact rowboats are tied off to a short dock. North of the camp is a ridge, built into which is an 80-foot tall stone statue, carved to look like a man with a crocodile on his back. Beneath the statue's feet is a stone archway leading to a dark tunnel. To the left of the statue is a crude animal pen with a small, panicked bird running around inside it. There are no other signs of life.
So
Eh,
that's the panicked bird, right?
Uh,
Or not?
ping again?
Where's the...
Yes, that seems to be a the panic bird. I did not bring in your 2 canoes, but you have to imagine that there are, somewhere around here.
There's two
Yeah.
boats. It's fine.
Yeah, but those are already there, basically.
Yeah.
So there are 2 extras. Actually, you know what? I will go and get the boats, and I will bring them.
Yeah, now it's circular again. Ow. Where? There.
It's just that they are very, very big.
How are the canoes? Do they look like they were used like a long time ago, or are those kind of fresh, sturdy?
The canoes, you can see that the rope is fraying. It is covered. It's starting to. You wouldn't give many days before it actually snaps, and the canoe may be taken away by the water current.
All right.
So no, these have not been used in a while. There's quite a bit of water inside because of the rain. Um, no, these have been abandoned here for a while.
Okay. Just making sure.
The camp looks a bit disheveled.
Dish,
No,
as disheveled
no
is the
kind.
least of the worries. By the way, I do not understand why you are seeing smoke from a campfire or smoke from from this house over here. There are no fires. There is no smoke. This is. I do not understand
Okay.
this map. I think it was part of a previous.
I definitely. This is one of those situations where I have a bad feeling about this. So
You think?
Vroon gets behind Inete, taps her on the shoulder, and says, "This is one of those times." And then she will feel the ring starting to.
Okay. So what is the so this is warding bond, correct?
Yep.
Yes. So she gets a +1 to AC and saving throws, resistance to all damage. Any time she
And
takes
any damage that
damage,
she
you
takes, I take it as well.
after the division. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
You
Cool.
can
Cool.
see that Sorsha has like a corner look at you with just the tiny smurf. Just a bit.
Echoed. Yeah. Echo. So Echo is definitely she's looking around a bit worried, but it's more about a worry about this is worse than I thought or I was expecting. She's it's almost there's a uh, she's almost more of a sadness to her rather than and I think
Relief.
that yes she might have heard the cries of the axe beak. Salida is a bit like the rest of you. She's knocked an arrow and she's sort of keeping on guard
Yeah.
as to what one thing.
I'm gonna ask to the guides, have you got any idea of what could have caused this damage? And they're leaving?
Um,
Because
hmm.
they're far from being sensible. They will stay against all odds until there is nothing left to save. So
um, why don't you make me a survival check with
yeah,
advantage?
My guess is that they
that's
left.
25.
So 25. Um, this so you're not exactly sure what's happened. However, your experience as a former mercenary, this is very much a mercenary camp. You know, it's organized. It's a military campment.
Mm-hmm.
The spacing is 5 feet by five. Imagine if somebody had drawn a grid on the floor with squares of 5 feet, it would match the grid.
Yeah, which it
Um,
does.
yeah, that's the joke. Thank you for insisting on it. Um, the clearly what happened is that as you look around, you can see that the setup is made to regulation standards. Um, the camp, the every the but it's like everybody just got up and left.
Yeah.
Um, anything that as you look around, you don't see any bodies. You don't see any. There's not much in the way of specific tracks, other than I mean, there's a path down to the water so that you can see there are animal tracks going through, through the area, probably scavengers as well. There's definitely been, but it's difficult to know what's been going on. If anything, this camp here has been abandoned for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, maybe more.
Okay, yeah.
And so the jungle is definitely taking back its preferences. Is there anything you wish to do?
I'll go and have a look inside the nearest tent, just to have an idea of if they packed up or did they leave everything behind.
Okay. So, mhm. Right.
Go here.
So as you step forward, the tents are all in ruin. Um, some of them seem to have been slashed. You're not exactly sure if it's by claw or blade. Sorry. Mosquito got in.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, sorry
Yeah,
about
that
that.
was-
Very different sounds.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was clapping for a mosquito.
Yes.
Anyways,
The eternal battle of mosquitoes.
yes, absolutely. I will. It's somewhere. Just give me a second. I'll pause the recording for a while I deal with this thing. I'll be right back.
All with advantage.
I wish.
Absolutely.
And we're back. So, what were we saying? Yes, that you were exploring the tents.
The camp looked like everyone just had stood up and left, right?
Well, the thing is, you're pretty sure that rather than weeks, maybe along the lines of a month or two, so several
Okay.
months, as you start touching the cloth almost disintegrates under your fingers, and so it's difficult to determine exactly what happened here. But the few tents that remain upright, you can see have been slashed either by either you're not exactly sure if it's by blade or by claw, as the wind would have rushed in and sort of ripped further the this cloth. um but yeah, there's yeah, the canvas is at the point of disintegration from mildew and jungle rot.
Okay. But inside there's the cot, but no equipment left.
No,
right?
no, nothing of the sort. No.
Okay. Just to be sure.
Okay.
Um, I'll try to find a bigger tent, a tent of command or something like that.
Okay. Well, those are the larger tents that you have.
Over here.
No. At the circular
Here.
ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Okay. I'll go have a look inside
Okay.
if it's possible.
Salida is basically going to. I think she'll move forward. Ineta, I think will probably be staying around Vroon. Salida, I think she joins you and Heinrich, as she's looking up and saying, "Well, I've never been up this place. Impressive."
First time for everything, isn't
Mhm.
it?
Absolutely.
I see Eku from a bit downstairs, and I ask her in a very polite way, should we help
liberate the little creature in the pen, maybe, while conjuring a mage hand to open the door.
That would be one idea. It will not survive long if just inside. You can see that all around the edges of the pen, um, you can see that any vegetation has been sort of ripped. Basically, it managed to sort of grab what it could just outside the pen, but it is clearly starving. You can also see. Let me check. Yeah, it clearly leaves. Uh, yeah, it seems to be. I mean, would you have known axe beaks? Not exactly sure if you've seen this kind of thing, but it
The
seems to
only thing
be.
I remember is from our drow friend had a plume or something of that.
Yeah, that was something completely different. So
But
this, if you wish to see what it looks like an ostrich basically with an axe-like beak, hence the
Beak.
name.
aw, adorable.
This one seems to be on the smaller size, so maybe a fledgling.
That's on the smaller size, is it?
Yeah,
I
Like,
i- in a very concerned
yeah.
voice,
Technically, yeah, it should be this, but you know.
oh,
in a very concerned voice,
ah.
I will, while the mage hand is floating towards the gate, uh, the little thing is literally starving. I think I would prefer it to go to the jungle, and if it survives, well, the better. But it's not a good place here for the little one to stay. It's my personal opinion, of course, but I'll ask advice to my guides.
If it is not strong to survive in the jungle, then it will feed another. So
I turn towards the other guide behind my back.
Selida sort of nods and says, "It would make good meat for us." Well, no, not really. No, let it
Yeah.
out. Let it out of its misery. At least give it a fighting chance.
Then I'll click with Mage Hand. I'll open the door
Okay.
from a safe distance, and I'll just say loudly, uh, "I'm releasing a little friend of ours, so don't worry if you see a beast running away from us."
Okay. It sees its exit, runs north, and
I, I,
disappears into the jungle.
I'll sit down on the corner with a little relieved smile of I did something good today. Hooray!
And I think that's exactly what Salida sort of with a smirk and says, "You did something good today. Now, let us."
Oh crap! No one has speak to with beasts.
No,
Um,
I have animal friendship, but not that.
no. Um,
Good thought.
Yeah, it was a very good thought. Thank you.
mhm. You could
I
have
need to
learned
keep
a
that in.
lot of stuff. Okay. So, Gale and Sorsha, you're each of you sort of searching these round tents.
Yep.
Okay. Um, right. So as you look in, Gale, you see that the furniture seems to be, as in decrepit and disintegrating, but seems to be in place. So you can still see the large sort of wooden table slowly rotting away. The map table. But anything that would have had any value is gone. Um, and the same for on the other side, Sorsha. You're entering a tent which most likely would have been the leader's maybe dormitory or something along that. So it's maybe a bit more lavishly furnished. A bed that is disintegrating. There is the room inside is separated by these walls of cloth that most of them are just crumbling into dust and rot. Um, but you find nothing of value. These have been picked clean. Vroon, you can actually
Again, slash marks
yes.
in the fabric of the tent.
Yep.
Okay. And not a scrap of paper left.
No, no. Well, the paper would have not have survived the time, but you do have a feeling that these were kind of emptied as well. I mean, if there was a retreat, any sensitive documentation would have been the first one to be evacuated or destroyed, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, and Vroon, you noticed that there was maybe a third tent just as where you were, but
Yeah, exactly. I
that one has
was.
been completely burned down. You can still see the ash. Actually,
Ah,
this one
okay.
has burned down. You can see the ashes of the wooden posts that made what it was. Um,
I don't think there's much for us in there unless you want to look for inside the temple.
No, I'm not hearing
Well,
anything.
as long as we are here, do you guys want to go on, or are we going to explore the temple?
Well,
What?
I was
What are
going-
you saying?
Brunk points this way and just goes like, I was going to check out what that building. Well, what happened to it?
which building was
Yep.
that? Was the one on top?
This one.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see it. You can see the rings where there's sort of a slight incline, so it raises up about 10 feet up. The what you see this looks to have been a maybe half-built shrine, either to Torm or to Helm. You can see that there have been sort of in an Omnian colonial fashion architecture. I mean, you see a shrine like it would have been built anywhere along the Sword Coast, basically. So probably with stones imported from either Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, Athkatla, or whatever. And so you can see that there are still these stone figurines that seem to have the shrine at some point must have caught fire, and so it's this stone structure that has been it's basically fire damage to the stone structure. But with the months, the elements have gone into it as well. You can see that the vines are starting to creep up to take back the structure. The roof itself has caved on itself. However, there is a. What are your passive perceptions, both of you?
15.
15? Sorry?
18.
Okay. So yeah, actually, Gale, you're the one who notices this. There's a on one of the pegs on the shrine wall. You find tarnished with tarnished with the elements. You find a holy symbol of Torm. So I'm going to have quickly show you what the holy symbol looks like. Another one of the gauntlets. Okay, so the
Of course. What
It's-
else?
yeah, Torm. Let me just image sharing. Here we go. So I've put the oops. I don't know if no, you can't see that. Damn it. That did not work. Anyways, I'll put it in the visual aids.
It's working, but yeah,
Need to
I
click
see
on
the purple
yeah,
leg
same,
and
same here.
gauntlet.
Yeah, okay, you had to click on the link. Yeah. So so that's basically what you find, and as you hold it, you can see it's basically made of solid silver,
Mhm.
and it's a holy symbol of Torm that seems to be sort of hanging on a leather leather strap, seemingly forgotten in this shrine.
I call Heinrich.
Yeah, excuse me. Yep.
I need your magical sight.
Yeah, sure. On what exactly?
I'll show you the gauntlet.
So
I would
compared
be surprised if
compared
they.
to the gauntlet, the Order of the Gauntlet, which is a closed fist with a sword, this one is sort of it's a gauntlet but with an open palm.
Mhm. Still, I am surprised that they would have forgotten such an object here when they cleared everything else that was of any importance.
Hmm. I think I'll start with an Arcana check to see if the object has indeed magical capabilities or not.
Sure.
That was what you were asking for, right?
Any
Go.
ways of yeah.
Gale, about that, I think they left, but I don't think the valuables were taken by them. I think it was pillaged, scavenged. I don't understand why they left everything in place though, but
I'm not sure.
makes sense
I,
for that symbol to stay here.
no, if it had been someone who had come to pillage the camp, that's pure silver. It would have been taken. And as much as we scoff about them and call them bigoted, they are not a bad military force per se. They know how to fight. They can fight, and they can defend themselves. If they evacuated camp or in an orderly manner without a fight, because there are no traces of fights, of bodies or of blood on the ground, they would have taken their valuables and or at least they have erased every trace of important documents. So
Yeah.
I prefer to be sure and check that this
Oh yeah.
pennant isn't magical or guarding something or a
Yeah,
means to a trap.
definitely. I was just thinking that they didn't take their valuables with them. I don't think
While
so, at least.
while they're discussing, oh wise and humble dungeon master,
Yes.
does the object has magical capabilities or not?
The object in itself does not resonate as you touch it. You're used to the feeling that static electricity that you can find when with an object is magical. This one does not carry any such energy. However, it is a symbol of piety. it could definitely be used as a focus for magical, for divine magics. So this is definitely a holy symbol that could be used as a spell focus.
I shrug a bit. I put it in the hands of Gale, and I'm just like, well, it's more a focus for divine magic, but not a magical object.
Well,
Yeah, it's a holy
But
symbol. The same way you might have one as a cleric,
yeah. Okay.
or Vroon might have as a paladin.
I might not have it. I have it. But
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Well, she shrugs and say, "Better safe than sorry."
Yep.
You pocketed it.
Yep.
You
I'm
pocketed.
gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay. So you can add to your inventory silver, silver holy symbol of Torm. Well, there you go, amulet. And it is worth 25 gold pieces.
nice.
Should you find the right vendor. There we go. Is there anything else you wish to look into?
I think Vroon is
um,
going to walk over to the
Yeah.
entrance of the temple.
Okay.
Same here.
I'm gonna
And-
tell him my deal.
Then, just for shits and giggles, going to do a divine sense.
Divine sense. Okay.
Ooh.
To the end, you know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. Okay. Let me see.
And consecrated or desecrated.
Right.
Oh, that's smart.
Right. So this is interesting. Yes, you do feel in the area of effect. So within 60 feet, you do. There is the presence of a celestial, but you have no idea where it is.
I mean, I know the location of any celestial or fiend.
I have read your spell, and I have read the effect.
Okay.
Yes, you do sense, as in the feeling is there. You know there's the ping, but the location of the ping is hidden from you.
Odd.
Yes.
I sense something.
What do you sense, my friend?
Something from the upper planes.
Upper planes.
Do I know? I also don't know the type, other than just celestial.
I think it's just celestial that you
Yeah.
know.
Um.
That's what I
Yeah, you know
understand
the
from the
type,
spell.
as in celestial feeler undead.
Yeah.
So yes, I am mentioning that there's definitely you've done your echo ping, and while you are not at the location, you do know that there is a celestial in the area. Yes.
Right.
Well, temple, celestial. I
My
would
best,
be-
my best guess is inside.
Is it a good idea to leave the boats alone also? Because, well,
Echo says, Salida says, I can stay outside. And she sort of shows my bow. If anything comes up, I will be able to warn you. Echo on her end says, be wary of the temple. Be respectful of the place. While I understand that there is a mystery here, I would not want you going and pillaging and destroying this place. It had it has some importance to the people here. And Salida replies that, what people here, Eku? Anything is inside is worthless to anyone around here. Nobody lives here.
Except for perhaps the celestial that I'm sensing.
Yeah.
What celestial? What are you talking about, Vroondomon? There is no
Don't
one
know.
around here. Look.
That's why I want to go inside.
While they're discussing,
Okay.
I have a little smirk,
Mm-hmm.
and I said like, Echo, you're going outside. You're staying also with the boats, if I understand well.
If only, yes. Well, if only to make sure that the boats do not detach, and I do not want to be an accomplice. But sure, go in.
I'll just to be sure, because well, it's more pleasant to see you guys more alive.
Okay.
I take my flower, and I'm gonna summon my little fey friend to stand guard.
Okay.
And as they stand guard, I'm going to say in Sylvan or Celestial. I'm going to say against
Which
them
one, Sylvan or Celestial?
let's say Celestial. And I'm just gonna say that to keep an eye to protect them both.
So which one, by the way, are you summoning?
Mirthful.
Which one is? It's this one. No, Mirthful. This is what, Trickster, Mirthful, and
Mirthful.
Mirthful. So this one is the one that you. It's the same one that you have that you
Yeah.
have taken previously. Yeah.
I'm just going to ask to protect them, but to keep an eye on her if she does something weird, to report it to me.
The small creature sort of looks at you, looks at the and says, and sort of nods its head.
Well, my friend will keep you
Be,
company. Go ahead, go ahead, Gale. Do you want to say something?
be careful when you tell a fae to keep an eye out for something weird. I mean, they might find everything weird.
We'll see at that moment, but I made myself clear, and I look to the little one like I made myself clear.
Okay. Yeah, it'll stand guard basically.
Good.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, Inete.
let's go.
Inete is very interested as to, you know, she'd be very interested in following you inside the shrine. So, what do you do?
Starts
Let's
marching
venture
in.
into the shrine.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Vroon, stop. Before you go any further, let's starting to.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes.
I'll
Well,
cast light. By the way.
Oh yeah, my
Spiderwebs I'm walking through or something. Like I see something on the map, but
yeah. So basically, what you were let me just have a. So yes, the okay. So in a few places, basically right here and right here, you can see that these are ledges that they go up about 7 feet, 7 foot tall. So it's really like a step up to a door to the side. But you with the sheer amount of spider webs in the way, it's difficult to see anything at all.
And look at the ceiling as well.
Yes. Okay. These seem to be the spider webs here seem to be and you can see them about.
Yeah.
They seem to be the smaller weaver kind of spiders. These are not webs that are massive. But
Still
if you
checking
wish
the
to keep your
ceiling.
eye on the ceiling, feel free to do so. I will do. Make me a perception check.
It's smell related.
No, it is not smell related.
Well, too bad.
Okay. Um. Let's see. Okay. So Rune, as you step forward, as you can see that the entrance of this hallway has been covered in spider webs, leaves, dust that has been blown in, and as you're sort of moving about, um, you can start to guess the ledge at the other end of the room. Well, at the sort of the end of the corridor. When all of a sudden, just below you, the um, the floor drops.
No.
Can I react or not?
What would you want to react?
I would like
Ah.
to cast a spell.
Wait. Can you see the hole now?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, indeed.
So, um, make me a perception check. Let's see if you're surprised. I am going to put it at a fairly high level to try and see if you can, sort of quickly grab him. Because normally the fall is instantaneous. No. No, you're dealing with the spider webs on your end as well. You're sort of moving about. You didn't spot the trap. And so Rune, you fall.
No saving throw.
That's what I'm looking up right now. Let's see. No, actually, no. No, unfortunately, no.
They are being cruel and
No, as in actually, you had a 50% chance of triggering the trap. The trap was old. There was you were disadvantaged to catch it, and you had 50% chance of. So you could have walked through it, and then the next person triggered it. But in that, so as you're walking, you can you sort
Makes
of
sense
feel
that I
it, and
trigger
then
it. I'm a heavy boy.
absolutely.
Heavy boy.
So you will take. So it's a 20-foot drop. So that is 2d6, I believe.
Is it too late to use my inspiration to have advantage on my perception to react?
Kind of. It's kind of been.
Nah,
It's a
that's
bit. It's a
fine.
bit.
I can take it.
Sorry.
You take 6 damage as you fall into the pit. And so yeah, Sorsha, as you're sort of maybe struggling with your own spider webs, and you even see that mass of as you've got the light in your hand, and you just see Rune just go right in front of you, and then at the bottom, maybe just a moment later.
I'm probably running to the edge and Rune, are you all right?
Yep. I'll
Fine.
Actually, just to tell you something, Sorsha, even if you had advantage, considering that it was a disadvantage to spot the check, it would have been the 12 anyways. So I'm just saying
Yeah.
the advantage would have your inspiration. Keep your inspiration. You would have not gotten it anyways. But there we go. Anyways,
question.
yes.
How deep is the pit?
The foot
20
the it's 20 foot deep.
20. Okay.
Now, what you notice is that the hinge on which so the pit opened sideways. So well, not sideways. it opened like this. It opened up. The flaps are perpendicular, which means there's actually a very narrow ledge on each of the sides of this pit that would
Mhm.
allow you to maybe cross over it.
Yeah. But first, I want to know
Mhm.
if Rune needs a rope to come up again.
Trying to figure it out, but my character sheet crashed.
Ah,
I had that same problem. You need to go away completely and restart D&D
Yeah,
Beyond completely.
so you
I've-
have a.
I'm reloading my character's
Oh.
page, and even
Oh,
that is
yeah.
going like.
Yeah, I think D&D Beyond just crashed.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think we might have a case of D&D Beyond just crashing on us.
What problem do you have? I have no problem at all.
Well, I restarted completely and
Okay.
it's. Oh no, I'm taking my words back.
No.
No!
Well, that's one way of having their celebration this week.
Oh damn.
That might actually be the case. There might be too many people on the site and they're crashing the website.
I mean,
But the rolls
No.
are
Showing
good.
off.
no. That was just to try to see if I
But anyways,
because
Vroondomon, what was your strength?
So my strength is 16, I think.
16. So anyways,
I can't tell in the moment. I'm pretty sure it's 16. I think I have 16 strength, constitution, and charisma.
wait a minute.
Oh wait, let's move to sorry. Our people at home were seeing everything that I saw on my screen there. Vroondomon. So yes, now you.
And I'm like 6'8", so I can reach up and grab something 17.5 feet off the ground.
Yeah, so just barely,
That's
barely not
just
enough.
above my reach.
Yeah. So yes, he will be needing a rope to get up.
Okay, well, I'll take my rope and I'll drop him my rope.
I think
Do
maybe.
you have something to tie that to?
I'm sure we're gonna find something.
There's a big toe right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking about
I
that.
was going to say the big toe of the statue will do.
Because Vroon is like, you're not going to be able to pull me up.
Oh no, I wasn't even going to try. Okay, so now my D&D Beyond has crashed.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, we're going to have to wing it with the numbers now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll say that that with regards to the so I mean, you managed to. It doesn't take much for for all of you to maybe sort of pull it up. Vroon is not wearing his armor. He's got his strength to help you.
He was, though.
Hmm?
He's definitely wearing his armor. Come on, there's a
Oh,
squishy
he's wearing his
situation,
armor?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. You never told me that you were putting it on. So okay. So when would you have put it on? What at arrival?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like ever since we've been in every camp that we've had so far, we've had ambushes and shit. Yes, every time we get off the boat, Vroon is putting on his armor.
Makes sense.
Good
I
one.
mean, it's something. Putting your on the armor takes it takes at
takes
least
10
10
minutes,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I
okay.
know.
Okay, so while all the others were sort of rummaging around, you were putting your armor.
Oh, yeah.
Probably Inete trying, helping you. You were showing, okay, this strap goes here, this thing goes there. Yay! Not at all the ghost.
No. From what I've heard from John Oliver, that
Yes.
is the sound of Mickey Mouse getting sodomized on a washing machine.
Oh damn.
Yes, that was one of the strangest shout outs he could ever do that he ever did. And we're talking about John Oliver. Anyhow.
However, he did shout out the Belgian ambulances.
Yeah,
too.
that's what we're talking about. It's saying
Yeah, I know.
it sounded like Mickey Mouse being fisted on a washing machine.
Boy!
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, yes, you managed to pull Vroon out.
I don't want to be a wise
It-
ass, but shouldn't we check for traps or something?
Apparently.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, but I actually have a stupid idea, but don't make fun of me, please. But we have like like which temple are we exactly? Like the man with the crocodile. So
Yep.
like if you're a religious person and you go there, how do you do your pilgrimage? You're gonna try to do the same things about the story that Echo told. So maybe my idea is because I literally see a big statue with a dude with a crocodile on it. Maybe if we like crawl on each other's back to do the same thing. Maybe no, and he's like, it could be no.
I mean, I can easily take you on my back and make the jump over this pit.
And we can try if that would work, but
There's definitely the ceiling height. The ceiling is literally 27 feet above the thing, so you've got plenty of jump space.
Perfect.
it's just an idea. And you see him like very very anxious, like it's a stupid idea, I know, but still, you know,
It's
with
not
all the religion.
it's not stupid, but this trap was probably mechanical. So maybe there is other kind of traps, but
Oh, there will
I'm
be
not an
more.
expert.
If
If
10
they have
feet
one
into the
trap,
temple, we are already falling into a trap, there will be more.
yep,
Yay.
I agree with Vroon on that subject.
Who's
Okay.
the wisest? Who's the wisest? Who is more perceptive? Who can see traps better? And I try to look and I'm like, I'm not perceptive at all. Like, don't trust me for looking for traps. So
I think Gale with TI would be the best. But
I will do my best, but I can't guarantee that I'll get them all on my own. You will have to help me.
yes,
sure.
of course we will help.
The character sheets are loading again.
Yep, character sheets are
Ah,
back.
Oh,
Well,
great.
they're still slow, but
They're slow, but yes, I have access to your character sheets, so
no,
we're back
no,
in business.
still roll the one.
I'm still charging. Oh,
I'm back.
I've got my yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Vroon, I've got yours, so
Yeah, and I'll keep reloading it until I get it too.
okay. But in the meantime, just know that I have yours if needed. I will open up Sorsha's as well, just to be sure. The other two, you have yours? Everybody, you have yours?
No,
Normally,
I'm
yes.
nope. I'll relaunch.
Well, that is
Yeah, it's okay. I got it.
Awesome.
okay.
Me too, for
Okay.
now.
Yes. Well, folks at home, crisis in action. Haha. But anyways, back to the action then.
It
So,
is.
what are you going to do?
So I'm gonna suggest we crawl on the side of the thing and try to cross to
Okay.
get into the temple.
That is
Yep.
very narrow for me.
Yes, it is narrow, and with your armor, I will be giving you disadvantage.
I'm going to make the jump if you don't mind.
Yeah, I think you can fully jump over that.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot pits. Let's see. With a running start of 10 feet, my long jump is 16 feet horizontally. I'm fine. And I mean, that's without my abilities to jump further and higher.
Yep.
Jesus.
Okay. jump.
Yep.
Okay. And so yeah, so you just move yourself so right here. So you jump there. Okay.
What do you want? Do you want?
Could you please, Vroondomon, make me
another
a dexterity saving throw, please?
yes. Come on.
Again.
15.
15. Okay. Right. So as you land, there's just a moment as you catch your you land. There's a moment where you catch your balance, and there's a shunk as a series of blades leap out from the wall to trying to sort of catch you in a sort of a scissor-like fashion. You manage to push to you sort of avoid them, but they still nick you. And so instead of the 19 damage, you take 9 damage as these blades slash in.
That temple is very unwelcoming.
Are you okay, buddy?
There's like a grunt, and then he grabs his chest and just goes, "Yeah, I'm fine," and I heal myself for 15 points of.
Is that trap disarmed, or are we all gonna be sliced up?
So, Rune, as much as the walls were covered with the slits covering the blades were not necessarily visible because of the sheer amount of spider webs and dust and all the thing. Now that they sort of slice through all of that, you can very easily identify 4 slits.
Right.
Let me just move these here.
Is there a position I can take and try to trigger it again?
Wait, what did no? Layer to map. There you go. Can you see the
Yep.
slits?
Yes.
Okay. I love these traps on the GM layer.
Oh damn.
So what were you saying? Sorry, Rune?
Is there a way that I can position myself in a way that I wouldn't get hit by them and still
So
try to trigger them again?
you want to trigger them again?
I want to see if there's a way, like if I can position myself in such a way that I wouldn't get hit once they slash out, and then just go like, boop.
You want to sort of damage them or
Well, I want to see if they still are active, like if anyone still steps on it.
Okay. I will give you for this experiment evasion. That means if you will
Yes.
well, you know how evasion works. So go ahead and make me another dexterity saving throw, please.
And can I, when he's doing that, because I see what he's up to since I asked the question.
Yeah.
I'm preparing Eldritch Blast
Okay.
to make some damage.
Okay. So yes, as you move about Vroon, it takes you
A few tries.
it actually takes you a few tries as you're going 1, okay, nothing happens. 2, nothing happens. 3, and you're going, oh, okay, this seems fine. And then on your third step, it comes up. So you were expecting it. You managed to duck out of the way. So you only have the it's very much in that Resident Evil kind of thing. So as it just wipe, and you can probably even see there'd probably be a slow mo with the sparks across the
trunk
armor.
going like,
yeah, the trunk going whoa.
Nice.
Sorsha, you're trying to hit the blades.
Yep.
Okay. Make me an attack roll. However, I do remind you, Vroon is kinda in your shot.
Yeah, I was specifically aiming in front of me and not on Rune's side.
Yeah, but he is still trying to evade. So I'm going to. So I'm just saying, if you If you do a nat 1, basically you hit Vroon. That's pretty much what I'm going to say.
Okay. So
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. You hit the you indeed hit the blade square in the center as it flies up.
I have two of them. So
Okay. But apart from maybe cosmetic damage, it doesn't seem to be affected by it.
okay.
Question, because I'm wondering something. We see a ledge over there and over here. Is that very much higher up, or is that a ledge that we can reach?
So currently, you and Vroon, you're on the same level with the pit below.
Yeah. Okay.
On the other side of the blades, however, here, that is a 7-foot tall wall, which you, from where you are, guess that there's probably another sort of a step above it.
Okay.
And then there's another wall that seems to block that.
Yeah, what I mean is, if we climb up the feet over here, can we get to this thing over here?
No,
Or,
I would
or are those the knees?
I would invite you to look at what it looks like from the outside.
Yeah, okay.
Actually,
No, that was my question. Just that.
let me actually, what I'm going to do is library markers. I'm actually going to do this. Vision, okay. Controlled by all. Do you now see the statue in the upper right corner?
The statue
Yes.
in the.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way you have a view from the outside.
Okay. No problem. Just
Hello
wondering.
from the outside. Yeah. So and there's no way to sort of climb around the traps.
No.
I think
Okay.
that was your question, unless you have spider walk, which
Spider
means you
climb.
start climbing on the walls and walking along the walls.
One day.
One day.
Which I don't have. Not with this character.
Or flight.
So I'll start to clamber around the pit.
Okay. Make me
Dexterity saving throw?
No.
Acrobatics?
This would be acrobatics. Yes.
Okay. I can do that with athletics, right?
No.
Nope. Oh, nice.
Yep.
Awesome.
You've gone to the to the other side. You managed to
And I
to climb up.
gingerly take a step. Having seen now twice the things come out, I try to gingerly step on and keep out of the way.
Okay. On the same way, you know where these things are, Vroon, Gale. So, but I will still ask you to both make me a dexterity saving throw. As
You have a +3 bonus, Gale.
that is
Yay,
true.
thanks.
20.
20 is good. Yeah. So
And a 23 for Gale even. Oh wait, no, that's not the same. Oh, it's a 10.
Or a nat 20.
It is not going to be an advantage. You don't have
I
advantage.
will give her my inspiration.
Aww.
I'm helping her
Right.
across.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll allow it.
Nice.
So yes. So that is a 24. So I will not roll the damage. Or should we just roll the damage to see just in case? I like rolling damage.
Yes.
That's a strange hobby for a GM, or is it?
Somewhere I can understand him. It's
It would have been nice. It would have only been 7 damage. So, as these blades, but yes, these blades, as you realize, will continue as soon as you take your step, as soon as you move along the wall, will have a tendency of being triggered.
Okay.
We should move
Um,
out of the way before
I will say
others
that
cross.
I will. So, by the way, just so you know, Vroon. Um, just want to make sure. Oh no, it's not. It's not here yet. No, sorry. Something. It's something different. So go ahead.
We should try to move up before the others cross, or we'll keep getting these blades.
Just a minute, and I'll take. Wait a minute. I'll take. What do I have in my backpack that could be useful?
While Gale is doing that,
Of course. But go ahead. While I'm doing that, what are you doing?
I'll turn to Sorsha with a slight grin, and I said, I know you're someone very strong, but do you want to try the ID that I have? You know, you can crawl on me if you want.
You
And
want to make the jump with.
no, we're not gonna make the jump, but we're gonna try to get over, and then I want you to go on my shoulders, and then we're gonna try that because it, like with all the stories and respecting the temple with like that Eku is repeating like 100 times, I I have a hunch. I have a hunch that I want to try and like even Gale is like you must respect religions and as someone of the arcane arts, I want to try something new today.
Okay, sure, but let's do that after the flying slicey thing. Don't you think?
Yeah, sure. And I say against Gale, like, you see, I'm giving you a compliment. I'm learning something from you.
Gale, would you
When
like to get on my back while I climb up this?
well, Gale will first splash the wall with her decanter of endless water on Geyser.
Okay. Are you? So okay. So you're cleaning basically.
I'm cleaning, and I'm hoping the pressure will be enough to reveal if any traps that could activate with the pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, can you fill the hole so we can swim over, please?
That could be a possibility. It's gonna take some time.
It is going to. It's going to take
That'll
time.
take
I mean,
too
how much?
long.
How much is your how much does your geyser do?
30 gallons of water that gushes forth.
How many gallons? So, it's 20 foot by 10. So you have.
It's gonna take forever.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna take a while.
I mean, I know how long it takes to fill our little 3 meter pool.
Yeah, and
It's ridiculous, and it's like this deep.
yeah, no, you're right. It's gonna. I would have to see, how many gallons are in this, but Imperial.
Measures.
I could most likely be able to calculate that this was actually in meters in the metric system.
And liters.
But for some reason, the U.S. are the last barbarians on Earth to use their own imperial system. Bah. Anyway,
They rejected everything from the English except for the weird measurements.
because those came from the French.
Nope, I'm pretty sure the English.
No, the
used
meters
them.
came from the French. So.
Yeah.
But they still use meters for some other things. I'll link you a video from.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
the worst thing is that they actually do use the metric system for some things, but not others.
And the NASA uses it for everything.
Yeah. Except when they don't, and that's when they crash into Mars. Anyhow. So, back to our little story here in Faerun, where they use a very different system, but we. Well,
2,000 cubic feet
Mhm.
is 14,961 gallons.
So
Divided by 30.
divided by 30, divide that by 6, because
like-
that's because it's every 6 seconds. So, yeah, let's it'll take you a couple of hours, but it'll be a nice it'll be a very nasty swimming pool.
Let's not do this.
Yeah.
It was an idea.
It was an idea. It is an idea. Yes.
Doesn't mean
It
it's
will
a good
just take
idea.
83 turns. I mean, that's all.
Uh,
I could enlarge myself, put you on my back, and then crawl over, jump over if you want.
You do have a jump spell.
Yeah, but I didn't prepare it for the day because I wasn't expecting of jumping everywhere.
I'd rather let Gale and Rune clear the path and then try to cross without uh, setting on the traps.
Gale, do you want to
Yes.
get on my back if I try to get up? Just in case.
I can climb, however, if you
It's
prefer.
not about. It's more about Heinrich's theory.
Well, if you want to try Heinrich's theory, we can.
okay.
You see Heinrich smiling like yes,
And
yes.
I'm like on Heinrich here, I'm like,
What did you say?
I'm like whispering, "Oh, this is gonna be awkward."
Especially since it's the two armored folk
Yeah.
climbing onto each other.
Cling, 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 cling,
Yeah.
cling, 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 cling.
I'm guessing that Gale in full armor is still proper, is still within your weight limit, Vroondomon.
What scale and armor weighs together, but
So
You cannot look at my carried weight capacity because they don't subtract. They don't consider the portable hull to be a null.
right, okay. No, anyways, consider that if it's just her in the armor, there's definitely enough. You've definitely got enough strength.
my carrying capacity is 480
Yeah,
pounds.
more than that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wrong boy.
You can carry me even with the
Even with all the things.
the portable hull.
Okay. So Gale, you jump on his back.
I'll do that.
Okay. So I'm gonna consider that. Well, let's just consider you both here.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I can move you both together. Okay. So yeah, let me move you. Just let me know if you want to move. That way I can move you both together.
Yep.
So Gale,
make it-
as you stand over his shoulders, you can actually see the bottom of the next level.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
And you can see that apart from a very narrow ledge at the edge, maybe about 10, 20 centimeters, the rest is covered in a grid.
Okay, that's weird.
And the grids seem to be the sort of individual stones.
Okay. Do not advance more than just putting your feet on the ledge because I'm not trusting the grid. That's coming just behind.
Okay. But you still want to make the climb?
Well,
Yeah.
if my dowsing didn't reveal anything, yes, I think we're gonna make the climb.
Okay. One thing that you notice is that as you're moving about this area, you are no longer triggering the traps. The blades.
Ah!
Mm.
as you're walking about testing, you hear a ha coming from the end.
So you have to be heavy enough not to not trigger the traps. That's weird.
You were heavy enough.
Magical
I was heavy
shrines.
enough.
Magical shrines. Don't
It's
question it.
not exactly.
This is by the magic of Chris Perkins. Do not question it.
There's probably some kind of magic that knows whether or not you're
Carrying
following the.
something.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think I easily weigh twice as much as you do. So
That is true. And certainly, if Heinrich carries Sorsha, they won't near the weight that we have.
True.
no,
Um,
but still, before they cross, let's get out of here.
Yes.
So, what do? You climb up?
Yep.
Okay. Um. Let's see. Right. Okay. So as you step up forward, I'll move you to the next level just so that we know. But I'm considering that you are on that. Actually, Gale, as you look up, you are on top. You can see that there is that another 7-foot ledge, and on
Mhm.
top of it there is a wooden door, and on that wooden door you have a. Let's see. So
So
right.
here,
So the area north of the ledge forms a 16. Yeah. So north is. Wait, what? No, north is supposed to be the other way. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
They don't always draw north in the right direction.
Yeah, but I think no. But in this case, north is, no, up on the map. But I think it's supposed to be on the right, according to
Yeah,
the
probably.
description.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like sometimes the map actually should be like this, or
Yeah.
so usually they add a little like compass for
Yeah,
that.
there
if
is
they
the
do
compass, but I'm
that.
wondering if the compass here is wrong.
Ah, okay.
So, the floor which is tiled. Okay. Um, yes. So you find yourself on a 4x4 a patterned ledge where you are, and Gale, you can kind of see that on the door there is a similar pattern. Could you please make me actually no, your passive perception is crazy high, correct?
18.
Right. So actually you notice that on as you're standing above, Vroon is probably too low to notice this, but there's actually a one of the squares on the door that seems to be glowing just slightly.
Okay,
You
and
know,
is it
it's
a square that would be right in front of Rune somewhere?
yes,
On the
it
first?
does correspond to it would be the second from the left.
Okay.
So the
I'll
left the left center one,
mhm.
left center square.
Okay, I'll tell Rune. I think we have a coded pattern to cross the grid. So if you want to listen to me, I'll guide you through the different steps.
Very well.
And I'll start saying, well, second on the left.
And as you step onto that plate, you can Rune, you can actually feel the plate sort of slightly depress as if there's a click. Well, there's no sound. There's just the slight
Yeah, I
depression.
just feel like a.
Yeah, slightly. It's maybe 1 or 2 centimeters at the
Mhm.
most.
Yeah, but it's
And
noticeable.
Gale, the light on that square goes dim, and another one just above it lights up.
I'm gonna be playing fucking Twister.
Yes, you are.
As to make matters short, as each level, so you sort of step forward. Every time you move on to the next one, it grows dim, and another one lights up, leading you across the 4x4 pattern to track, and you arrive here at the door. So you arrive there at the wall, Vroon, and Gale is pretty much just a hop and a skip onto the next ledge into the door itself.
And I'll let you. Well, actually, do I hop and skip or do I let him clamber on? Because I'm afraid that otherwise the floor will open and
I'll
take him.
climb. Let's not take any chances. Heinrich,
Yeah.
you're smarter than you look.
Good hunch, guy. Good hunch, Heinrich.
I will send a message to Vroondomon and you will hear in your head, fuck you.
Hey, he's been your lab rat.
So your
After
turn
that,
now.
after
So
that,
again, you climb up. The both of you climb up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
One thing I'm gonna do
Mhm.
is that I'm gonna whisper in the ear of Sorsha the information of Salida, also what I discovered with my detect magic spell,
Okay.
and I'm gonna whisper that in her ear. You know, like to one paranoid person to another paranoia person. You know, and I'll whisper that in her ear very closely, like I discovered this. So continue.
Okay. Um. Let me just check. Make me a stealth check, please. Salida's got good ears.
We'll use Chrono Shift for this if I need to. Come on, boy. Give me something good. Chrono Shift. I don't like it. It's too low. Is
Fair
that
enough.
okay for you?
Fair enough. Go ahead. Yeah.
Come on, I got a +5 on this. Give me something good. Yes!
Okay. I will say that previous roll was indeed too low. Yeah. Sorsha, do you wanna answer?
Just like stare back, like, okay, processing the information, and I'll talk later about that.
Give a nod and
And what I would like to do is calmly come across the narrow edge and then jump to the area where I saw that Rune and Gale weren't attacked by
By the blades? Or did we lose? Wait. Did we lose her? We lost
yes.
her. Okay.
We lost her.
Well, we'll be right. And she's
Yay!
back.
Welcome back.
and
So you were saying you want to basically to jump across?
no, I want to go through the edge.
Yeah.
You said there were an edge, and then cross to the area where they weren't attacked.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good idea.
we only weren't attacked because I climbed on his shoulders. Oh, well, back.
Echo is gonna be so proud of me.
Actually, let's talk about that. As you
Oh,
turn about,
oh.
Sorsha, you are sort of walking across the walls, but as if Heinrich's hunch is correct, as soon as you step foot on that platform,
No,
if you
I
do
don't want step foot on it. I want to jump and go across the area.
you want to jump across the 10 foot platform onto the
Yeah.
wall in front.
Yeah.
which is 7 foot high.
Or at least against it,
impressive
so
jump.
I won't get hit by the things. That's what she's
What's
trying. You
Okay, yeah,
do
yeah, okay.
whatever you do, but that's what she would like
What's your
to do.
strength score?
My what?
Exactly. That's what you're going to be using here.
I mean, yeah, that's how it works.
Mechanically, that's what we're using.
Acrobatics wouldn't do.
No. What is your base strength score? No. So 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So 10 is what is the distance. Your strength score is the distance that you can do if you take a 10-foot running jump. That is the distance that you can jump, basically.
Mm.
So if you have 10 feet of jumping behind you, you can jump 10 feet. However, what you running on this little edge here is going to be difficult enough. Well, is going to be difficult. So I can't really give you a running start. So, and I think just a standing jump is divided by 2. Oh, there we go. So without a running jump, your long jump is going to be 5 foot. Your high jump is 1.5 feet. You can reach up and grab something 10 feet off the ground. So you're still going to, you could run across. You will get one. You will probably get sliced. There you go. Thank you. But then, of course, you could probably sort of get her high jump would only be 3 feet.
With 10 feet of movement, it's 3 feet off the ground, yeah?
But she can reach up and grab something 10 foot off the ground.
Yep.
So she could hoist herself up on the.
Depending on her heights, because like that, there apparently the how tall your character matters.
Yeah, but if you can jump up a meter, it's 7 foot tall, so it's not that tall. You could be able to climb it. But yeah, so Sorsha,
Yeah.
basically
If
what we're
she's
saying
5'8",
is that
she can
currently,
jump.
so currently, to give you all the information, currently you are not strong enough to completely jump across the obstacle and avoid it.
Okay.
That's what we're saying. In
All right.
To shorten it. I don't think Vroon would be.
Vroon can be.
Oh yes, he can be. But even Vroon, with his standard strength of 16, he would not be able to jump as a standing leap. Just jump across. You need 20 strength at least.
Okay, so I'll abstain.
Okay.
And say, guys, I'm staying here. If you need me, call me. I'll try, but not my forte.
Okay. Eku replies and says, "It's maybe not a bad thing because we might need you in a moment."
What?
Excuse me?
What's happening? Yeah.
As you are, as you look out, and you can see that Inete has maybe, sort of crawled back. Eku as well. Salida is closing in, and the Fae that you hire. How long does the Fae stay in there, by the way?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. This has been about 30 to 40 minutes. Let's face it, right? Because since you've got in, you're moving it up. You're moving this in. You're checking the traps and stuff like that. We could actually look at the timestamp to see how much we've been talking about it. But beyond them, you can actually see. Let's see if I have a. Let's see. Do I have a player handouts creatures? No, that is not the one. What are they called again? They are called the Batiri. There we go. you can see 4 of these.
Okay.
They
Oh, those are
are
goblins, aren't they?
goblins. They are
I know
goblins
them.
with sort of reddish skin, and they are wearing these very intricate um, wooden and bone painted masks, and they seem to be standing on top of each other.
I mean, they know how this temple works.
Layer token. There you go. We can't hear you.
My bad. You know who they remind me of? The pirates in Moana.
Yes, yes,
Coconuts.
absolutely.
The coconut.
Yeah, the coconuts. Yes. One of my favorite character designs. I don't care if they're real or not; they're real to me. Um, Definitely the kind of thing that I would hope somebody actually could, sculpt me a coconut into one of those things. Um, so I just want to be sure. Yes, so there are 4 of them, and they're each 3 stacks high. So each of these stacks have 3 goblins, and the bottom one is sort of holding the middle one and the top one, and the top one is holding a spear. Um, and among them, I need to check which one. Yeah, so this one right here. Let's put him boss. Um, Come on. There we go. So atop of this stack right here, you have a. I'm going to put these here because I'm going to need them later. Right. So actually, let's put this one right here. These are the ones that are actually on the stacks. So don't consider them as uh, so. Um, so these 2 would be for this one. These 2 would be for this one, and so forth. Okay.
Okay.
God damn it! There's lag on my clicking, and I can feel it. Okay. So this one here, as you can see, has a completely different mask from the others. He seems to be a bit more decked out. He's got more sort of, and seems to be screaming out in Goblin to the others as these creatures sort of move and weave into position. No, Gale, you do not see them from there. I'm sorry, but no, there is no way you see them throughout to the
Don't
whole
we,
of the.
don't we have a vantage point?
We have elevation.
You
Yeah.
have elevation, but you also have a lot of freaking spider webs in this. The place that you are in is considered as at least lightly obscured, if not obscured on a longer.
Okay.
There's not a lot of vision. But let's get quickly back to you, Gale and Vroon, as this thing is happening outside, coinciding with you coming up to the door. The door that you saw, the same checked, so the 4x4 grid. In this case, the lights have subdued, but you do feel that there is a magical presence with regard. The plaques seem to be sort of maybe of ivory within the wood, or different woods within the wood.
Yeah, okay.
What do you do?
Is there a distinct pattern in the wood?
No.
Okay. I'll use the fact that I'm still on Vroon's back to just try and push the door.
Okay, just give me a second. Um. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Um, as you step onto the ledge, the 4 squares that you had walked upon are actually, so the pattern of walking, the pattern of the maze is lit up. So you have for these 4 tiles that are lit up with regards to the rest of the wood. Apologies, I misread.
Okay.
Come again?
I'll
You
So
the squares
base
we used to cross, right?
so basically, let me just give you the squares here. So it was this one, this one, this one, and let's say this one right here.
Alright.
Okay. And you have the same pattern. So being this, this being the bottom of the door, you have the
Yeah.
same pattern on the door, and with these 4 squares, sort of very faintly glowing.
What do you think, Gale? Do we just push them?
Press on the illuminated squares in order. Yeah, sounds like an idea.
Okay. So how do you press them?
Oop, 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 oop.
Do you press all? I mean, Vroon, do you press all 4 of them?
Yeah, in order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably wrong, but
Okay. So as you press the first one, there's a there's a glow. The glow slowly intensifies under your touch. The second one as well. You reach to the third. And could you please, both of you, make me a DC 13 Constitution saving throw?
solution.
That's
Constitution.
that sounds as a magical trap.
As a boom.
Gale has an 18.
Okay.
I have a
Well,
14.
so there's as just above just at the top of the door within the arc, is a bright blue sigil, sort of a glyph, if you might say, that lights up and then basically thunders through the echo. So Heinrich, Sorsha, there is basically, as you are turning towards the goblin, there's an explosion behind you. The sound of a crackling of thunder as a pressure wave moves across the temple, blowing most of the spider webs sort of forward. You can see the ripple effect through the. No, I'm not removing it completely. This is
Aw.
not the cleanup. I see where you're coming with this, and I say no, sir. But you can see the
Hey.
wave right through. Gale,
Worth a try.
and Vroon. Let's see. So 2d8. So you take, both of you take 3 thunder damage.
Thunder.
As you have,
Seriously? You're
you-
going to attack me with thunder?
and you're gonna take it.
He attacks me with psychic.
I know. It's the night for that.
Look, it's the worst moment's gonna be if I get smited.
Oh yeah.
So fortunately, because you managed the DC 13 Constitution saving throw, you are not pushed back 10 feet into the trap below.
Oh.
So you weather the explosion and realizing, oh shit, we may have done something wrong. So you,
I mean,
but you
I,
take
I kind
both
of
of you
figured.
take 3 damage. At the front, the explosion seems to have rattled the goblins, and um, in a sort of broken kind of common, the chieftain that you see here goes, "You find treasure, you give yucca."
I mean,
We
do we even
many,
hear that?
many more than you.
What
You
the
give
fuck
out
are we
treasure.
going? What the fuck are we going to do?
Well,
I just I'll try to intimidate and like flap my cape with back into no back into wings, you know, like
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I turned once into dragon wings. I'm
Okay.
flapping it back to dragon wings, and I'm changing my voice to a dragon voice, and like and and you don't know who we are.
Okay. Make me. I'm gonna say make me a intimidation check. I will count you at disadvantage because there's information that you do not know. But go ahead.
I'm trying.
Yeah. And the DC is gonna be high. Yeah.
Aww.
So unfortunately, a 14. There's a laugh as they yes, um and Eku sort of turns to you and says, "Valuable effort, but they face off thunder's lizards like this. These goblins, these battle formations are technically
Take down
made.
dinosaurs.
Yes, they're basically, and actually,
I'm
you're
not
taunting.
offended.
Your taunting does have an effect, as three goblins jump up, all three of them, and jump up onto this pile right here. They are now 6 stacked. Actually,
Celebrate
no.
our
Both
Rangers now.
actually, all I will say all of them are now 6 stacked. Let's put it this way. As they sort of move forward and say, "We no fear you. We taller."
Now I'm in the mood to cast Enlarge on myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, so like, okay, you want to see big, and I
Okay.
smack
Just
Enlarge on myself.
let's keep that for. Let's go back to the treasure hunters
Yeah,
at the at the
together.
front.
Um, Sorry to interrupt, but I won't be able to keep
Yeah.
up
Sure.
for
Okay.
long again.
Actually, you know what? Let's indeed leave on that note. Um, I just want to see. Let's try this one last time, Gale and Vroon. In what order and in what do you do with the door?
Can do it, guys.
You can do the scene again, one more scene if you want.
No, good. Yeah, we'll edit on this. So, Vroon, Gale, what do you do?
uh,
Just a thought.
so yeah, go
But
ahead.
maybe, since we're standing on top of each other's backs,
Mm-hmm. We push
we're
together.
supposed to push this one and this one,
No, I just have
and
an
this
idea.
one and this one.
I just had an idea. There are 4 cubes, right?
hmm
We both have 2 hands.
So I push the bottom two, you push the top two.
Let's see if that works.
Okay. As you brace yourselves for the
And
rune
you?
for the glyph that is still sort of slightly glowing as it slowly disappears, you realize that it is not disappeared. It's still very much active.
Mm-hmm.
you press the bottom two.
And the top
All
two.
together. All together.
Okay. Well, anyways, it goes clack clack. For interest's sake, you go 1, 2. Gale, you do 3, 4, and the door opens.
Okay.
My, my trunk
Yeah.
trunk goes up for a fist bump.
And
you,
on
you'll
that
have your
note,
fist up.
as the door opens and you see the inside of um, a 40-foot high, 20-foot wide chamber littered with dinosaur bones, and as opposed to on the other side, your friends being so we probably see the split screen on one hand, Gale and Vroon looking at the inside of this dinosaur boned um, spilled out on this stone floor. Salida, Eku, and Inete sort of slowly going back towards the entrance of the shrine with these two stacks of 6 goblins each, waving their spears at you, crying out for you to give off to give up the treasure. And it is on that cliffhanger, if we would call it, that we will leave off for tonight.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
nice.
you.
Very
Thank you
nice.
for the game. Thank you for the
And-
opportunity of targeting each of you with your specific type of damage. Now all I need is to do is smite Vroon and maybe
Oh no, magic on.
Yeah.
no, I just go with fire. Just fire.
and
I think
that's
hold
what-
person is more appropriate.
Ah,
now.
hold person. Yes, I will paralyze Heinrich by the next session.
It didn't at all. With no.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
No,
think
I managed to stun Sorsha with psychic
Oh,
damage.
oh.
Anyhow, once again, thank you you for playing this evening. It was a
Yeah.
delight as ever. I can't wait to see how you deal with these goblins, and well, and what you discover within the shrine of the House of Man and Crocodile. And on that note, all is left one final question, which is, when shall we meet again?
All right.
That remains to be seen.